So this video is just an update into how downloadable rigs will be structured when downloading them from the 11rackusers.blogspot.com site. So a few months back, I started structuring the rig packs that contain at least 10 rigs to include a load all rigs from computer folder. And in that folder you would have the rigs plus you would have unused rigs in order to make up the full 104 rig structure that you will get when you save all rigs to computer. So for an example, if I were to open this folder, you will see we just have the rigs here in the first section of the folder. Then there's a load all rigs from computer folder, which you'll find a copy of all the rigs plus the XML file plus all the unused rigs, which go into making the 104 rigs that you will get when you save all rigs to computer. This was just done for consistency's sake. It didn't technically have to be done, but at the time I felt that it would be a good idea to just include 104 rigs, even though the majority of the rigs would be unused. Again, just for consistency's sake. But since then I've had a few comments and have been asked if I could structure the folders differently so that when you download the rigs, you're not downloading copies of the rigs plus unused rigs and having to load all the unused rigs into the 11 rack. So in all future rig downloads that contain 10 or more rigs per pack, instead of having all the unused rigs included and having a load all rigs from computer folder, you'll just have the one folder. You'll have all the rigs that are included and just one copy of them, and also in the same folder you'll have your XML file with of course the name of the rig pack in LARFC, which means load all rigs from computer. So in comparison to loading up these 19 SU5 base rigs pack 3, if you chose load all rigs from computer, it will just load these 19 rigs and that's it. And they'll go from A to I think it's E3 in this case. And everything beyond E3 will be untouched and left on your 11 rack. You know, compare that to loading these 24 ASA Mark II C Plus, where everything will be loaded from A to whatever it is, and then you'll have the unused loaded all the way down to Z4. So let's check out how this would actually work when using the load all rigs from computer and the new structure we have set up. So first we'll check what's on our 11 rack here, and you'll see every user space has an actual rig in it. So we'll go to load all rigs from computer, and first we'll choose a set of rigs that was using the old style structure. So we'll go for this 26 ASA Mesa Mark II C Plus load all rigs folder, which is no longer included unless otherwise noted, of course. So we'll choose the 26 actual rigs plus the unused, which will equal the 104. Click open and let those patches load. Okay, so those have loaded, and let's check them out. See that the ASA M2 rigs that we loaded up, and then we get down here to the 26 rigs, and then here starts the unused to fill out the total of 104. So now let's check out how the new structure will work. So first we'll go and load all rigs, and we'll choose a rig pack that contains 104 rigs here. So go back to the complete dump here and load up the rigs we had. There we go, and hit open. And all those rigs are loaded, so now let's check out what we got. So starting from A1, see we have rigs in every slot here. Okay, so now we'll go to load all rigs and we'll choose the new structure we're going to be using, which is the actual rig files. The XML file will be in the very same folder. It's an edited XML file. It's not the full XML that you get when you save all rigs, which has 104 spaces and saves every rig slot. This XML has been edited so it doesn't contain 104 slots. It only contains as many slots as we need to load as many rigs that are in a pack of 10 or more. So we'll go back here and we'll choose that rig pack, 11 rack. Here it is. Here's our load all rigs from computer XML file. Hit open and we'll see how this loads compared to the old structure that also had unused files. So all those rigs are loaded, so let's check out how they are structured. So go to the user banks. Here we are, SU5 901. Since there's 19 rigs, you see we have all 19 rigs here coming down to E3, and then it left all the other rigs that were already on the 11 rack completely untouched. So they are still there and can be loaded at will. So there you go. That's the new structure that I'll be using unless otherwise noted. I've done away with the unused rigs, so it should make your download a little bit smaller, and you'll only have one copy of the rigs to deal with and no unused. And you won't have to load all rigs from computer folder. Now the XML file will be featured right in the same folder. So here's the 19 SU5 base rigs pack 3. Double click. In the folder we have our rigs, our XML file, and of course our README. So be sure to comment and let me know if you like this structure better, or if you prefer the old structure of 104 rigs, which include the unused. I'm guessing everybody will like this structure a little bit better. Thanks for watching.